Great question. Great question. If a nurse gets a DUI, is it automatic diversion? Advocate Maggie, I was a prior investigator for a board of nursing. I now help nurses and their legal teams when they're under investigation. I did a great blog on this on my website, and I'll be talking about this in my new subscription. Make sure you go to my website. It will be going live this month. But more often than not, depending on what the level it rises to, I talk about this in some of my other videos. Make sure you go back and check those out. If it's a felony, then that's a little bit different. That can rise to the level of a nurse having their license revoked. I'm not a lawyer. I never give legal advice, although I'm going to law school. But if it's criminal conduct and it's all going to depend on misdemeanor, all that stuff, you need to make sure you get a criminal attorney. I talk about this to nauseum as well. Any criminal conduct, you have to make sure you get a criminal lawyer, which is different than a board of nursing lawyer, which is different than a civil lawyer. So there can be civil litigation involved in personal injury, right, if someone else was involved, as well as board of nursing. But you see how that just got a lot of nuances. So back to the question, it will depend on what the conduct was. More often than not, the board of nursing evaluates you for alternative for discipline or peer assistance or AKA diversion, like you'll be offered in the criminal world to keep on your driver's license, right? Both privileged to hold those types of licenses, nursing and drivers. And then decisions will be made. The nurse will have to be evaluated by a physician for fitness to practice, so a doctor who does those kind of evaluations, and then decisions will be made. More often than not, they do get put on a program, a year, 2 years, whatever it is, have to go to meetings, have to call, drug test, fines, classes. So, and it's called, again, alternative to discipline, but great question, great question. It does not mean that you cannot be a nurse. It does not mean that you can never hold a license. So if you have any additional questions, anyone can reach out to me. Like, follow, share.